Good morning. These are your Tribune highlights for Friday, February 13th, 2026, brought to you by your Daily Bahamas headlines, especially for people on the go and those who are visually impaired. We begin with the Tribune's main story under the bold headline, "It Should Have Been Life in Jail." A man who raped and killed 12-year-old Adriel Moxie has been sentenced to 40 years in prison. The child's mother, Sasha Moxie, said outside court that she believes the sentence should have been life imprisonment, not part of a plea agreement. The case shocked the nation when Adriel was reported missing and later found dead in bushes off Faith Avenue last November. In court, the killer claimed in a written apology that he had rejected God and taken an innocent life. The judge imposed a 40-year sentence, and the family now faces the long road of grief and healing. The Tribune's editorial picks up on that pain, asking the broader question, as we mourn Adriel, what's next? The paper argues that beyond punishment, the country must confront deeper social issues including violence, protection of children, and accountability. The editorial calls for action, not just outrage, saying the nation cannot allow such tragedies to fade without meaningful change. Also, on the front page, tributes pour in for a father of 3 who was crushed by a forklift at work. Family members describe him as devoted and loving, someone who was looking forward to his daughter's graduation. In another developing story, a police officer fatally shot a man at a St. Margaret Road residence. Investigations are ongoing. Police also report 2 men shot in Nassau and a school stabbing in Abaco, highlighting continued concerns about crime and public safety. Turning to page 4, the tourism director says she is open to discussions about bringing Uber to the Bahamas. While taxi drivers have previously rejected the idea, the ministry says it welcomes engagement and stakeholder consultation. In related tourism news, Silver Airways' collapse is being blamed for a dip in air arrivals, though officials say overall visitor numbers remain strong. Now to the business section. The lead story warns that Grand Bahama Shipyard's projected $225 million annual economic impact is threatened by what executives describe as a triple challenge: work permit delays, high airfares, and housing shortages. The shipyard is seeking approval for a $665 million expansion, but says operational pressures and shortages of skilled labor are affecting productivity. In a related political and economic clash, Prime Minister Philip Davis is defending the government's handling of the Grand Bahama Port Authority, accusing it of corporatocracy, while business leaders argue regulatory uncertainty is hurting investment confidence. Another report notes that Freeport licensees have grown nearly 29% over 6 years, as debate continues over the future of the Hawksbill Creek Agreement and the free trade model. Meanwhile, MSC's cruise chief says 10.5 million visitors are not enough, signaling the push for even greater tourism growth and expanded port capacity. In letters to the editor, contributors weigh in on political leadership, the direction of national development, and social issues ranging from governance reform to moral responsibility. One letter discusses whether former political figures could have coexisted more effectively, while another urges thoughtful reflection on who society chooses to protect and prioritize. The voices reflect a nation wrestling with accountability, policy, and values. Before we close, the Tribune reminds readers that trust must be earned, not demanded. In its opinion pages, the paper emphasizes transparency, responsible leadership, and the need for institutions to serve the public fairly. For the full details on these stories and many more, be sure to purchase a copy of today's Tribune or visit their website to read the complete articles and additional reports. As always, staying informed is staying empowered. An informed citizen is a stronger citizen. That's your morning update. Thank you for making your Daily Bahamas headlines part of your day. Enjoy your day, be blessed, and be a blessing.